All right, listen, my friend. Kenyans head to the elections on 9th of August 2022. But did you know that the youth, that is young people between the ages of 18 years to 35 years, votes matter in these coming elections than ever before? Now, listen, I got few statistics to just justify the statement I've just made. Look, out of 47.6 million Kenyans, 35.7 million are under the age of 35. And this was according to census that was made back in 2019. And obviously, this must have changed. So looking at this, a population of 13,777,600 are young people between the ages of 18 and 34 years. So imagine if this number registers, goes out and vote, then brings about the change in the community and not just voting. But before we dive right in, I got a bit of a glimpse of the 9 regions across the country with votes per region. For you who is not aware of the votes that each region brings, here we go. Let's look at Rift Valley. Rift Valley has got 5,343,947 votes. Then you go to Mount Kenya, 4,507,811. Then go to Nyanza, 3,081,981 votes. Nairobi County, 2,505,199 votes. Western Kenya, 2,196,696. Then you go to Coast Region, 1,953,553. Eastern Province, 1,948,010 votes. And then you go to Northeastern, at the bottom, 617,999 votes. This brings us to 22,155,196 total votes. So if you are a candidate, for example, if we did have a presidential candidate that is going to be voted by everyone, we expect him or her to get 22,155,196 votes. So we have 4 candidates, and you can divide that, and you can actually agree with me that this is really a tough race coming up on 9th of August 2022. But I wanted to paint a picture. In 2013 or previous elections, previously, let me just focus on the last one that was done 2017, 2018. I got a number of candidates that have grouped together. For example, Uhuru Kenyatta was the ballot and is the outgoing president. They are teaming up with Raila Odinga, and you can see Peter Kenneth, and you can see Martha Karua. All those are in the same camp. These others, Paul Kibungi Muite, you have Mohamed Abdu Badida, James Law, Kiapi. These ones are not there, but probably they will find time to vote. I wanted to paint a picture in relation to how this relation, how these elections are going to play out. You have the people who have always been there, and you have new people who are always just coming in. I just wanted to paint a picture. But if you look at this total, when these votes were casted, you will realize that in 2017, 2018, we had a total of 12,330,028 votes that were casted. So imagine if you look at this, the population of young people across Kenya, that is between 18 and 34 years. These are people who are very eligible to vote. And you look here and you see the candidate who won an election had 6,173,433 votes. This clearly tells you that the votes of young people between the ages of 18 and 35, if they all go vote, they can decide who the next president is. And this then brings me to this particular group. We got Team A, Team B, Team C, and Team D. But here, you look at the grouping and you realize that young people are not on the ballot, except my friend Justina Wamai, who is from the Roots Party. And for me, that's a good sign of young people stepping up to be counted and not just talking. So you can see if George Wajakoya and Justina Wamai are voted by the youth, then obviously they can be the presidents of this country because they have a good mix. A young person who brings, say, that big volume of votes, 13,777,600 votes, and you combine with a man. And then these other ones combines those others. So I wanted to paint a picture for you why youth votes matter in these coming general elections. I'm not saying you go vote Justina and Wajakoya because she's young and she's teaming up with an old person. Again, here is where manifestos come. Young people, our votes do matter. And if we do have a voice that can champion our agenda and listen to us, and probably we can be good running mates. But if you look around, people are forming cocoons in terms of tribe, in terms of region, and in terms of all that. But here is a good mix, Wajakoya and Justina, giving us a mix of that young people's group. But then you realize there is a mix of all this. All these candidates have good agendas, they have good manifesto, but now the candidate who will win these upcoming elections is up to us to go and decide on the ballot. It can be Raila's team, it can be William Ruto's team, it can be David Mwaure's team, or it can be George Wajakoya's team. So it is up to us to go to the ballot, make the right choice, and see who wins. Then, looking at the Constitution of Kenya, Chapter 9, that has got a bit of a description in relation to who wins the presidency. It has, or it says, that for a candidate to be announced the winner, he or she must garner or must get 50 plus 1 votes. And according to the latest poll, both the candidates, the top contenders, they are not getting 50 plus 1 votes. So in case we go to the election and the election results are like this, then the 2 top candidates will go back to the ballot. And this therefore means you as a voter, your vote is just one. All you need to do, you go vote, go home, because you don't know what other people have voted. So there is no right for you to go out there and start causing violence. It is you go make your one vote, go back home and expect or probably pray that your candidate wins. There is no guarantee that your single vote will take that your candidate to the leading position, but all the votes brought together, summed up, counted, and obviously, you know, some also get rejected. If the IBC is credible and they conduct free and fair elections, then we just got to accept the results, move on, because life has to go on despite all these other things, and the candidates needs to follow law and procedures to contest or complain on their various issues. So we hope for the best. And I was just trying to think, imagine if all these candidates says that, look, Kenyans, our economy is really bad, and can we back up one candidate and just ensure that candidate wins and he serves the community? And the money that we were to spend on this entire thing goes to clear debts, goes to serve the people, and goes to do all these other things. But obviously, we live in a democratic world where we have to elect our leaders who will go and serve us. So as you head to vote, vote the right people, choose people who have the people's interest at heart, and just remember that it is not the leaders who can bring about change. It is us when we work together, support our leaders, and give them a hand after the election. And it is only through that that we can realize the change that we do want. Violence is not the way to go, but peace can make us prosper. So go vote and keep the peace as we prepare to transform Kenya and bring about change in the community. So stay at peace and just ensure you vote. Peace.